Hello, welcome to the Stanford Symphony Channel. This is a good time to talk about Beethoven for a couple of reasons. First of all, here we are in the week that marks what would have been his 250th birthday. We're not sure if he was born on December 16th or 17th, but it's in this week. We don't have a birth certificate, actually. I don't mean anything controversial by that, but we have his baptism records, so we extrapolate from that. Here we are in the week, we can be sure of that. And anyway, there's no bad day to celebrate Beethoven. No composer in Western music cast a more important or longer shadow than he. But I think there's an even more profound reason to come back to Beethoven right now. Remember where we were a year ago. In December of 2019, we were looking forward, all of us, to a year-long celebration commemorating his birth with events and concerts, and all of that got canceled because COVID-19 turned our world upside down. So as we here now are coming to the end of this impossible, improbable year, I think Beethoven is a perfect soundtrack to get us into this next chapter and to be hopeful about what is to come. So I thought I would share a few random recordings which mean so much to me. It's not meant to be a comprehensive list. I don't mean to cover every corner of his output, but a few recordings that maybe you've known from the past, a few that may be new to you and are off the beaten path, but certainly ones that are worth listening to and ones which give me so much pleasure. Just last week, Camilla Wicks passed away. She was one of the great violinists that America produced. She stopped playing early in her career, which was a shame, because she really was a great talent. And when she passed away, I revisited her performance that she gave live at Carnegie Hall in February of 1953, playing the Beethoven Violin Concerto with Bruno Walter and the New York Philharmonic. It's such a moving and beautiful account, and I urge you to check it out. The great piano concerti, central to every pianist's repertoire. I always go back to the late, great Leon Fleischer, Georgezell, the Cleveland Orchestra. What an incredible combination of artists with deep understanding of Beethoven. Magisterial performances, full of power, full of beauty. You can't go wrong with that. I'm, of course, a conductor, so the symphonies mean something to me. Too many great recordings to choose from. But there's one to which I go back all the time. The 5th and 7th symphonies by Beethoven as performed by the great Carlos Kleiber and the Vienna Philharmonic. This was a transcendental moment. A mystically great conductor and musician with one of the great orchestras of the world at the top of their collective games. This is a recording to be cherished for all time. Beethoven's first opera, Fidelio, has what is known as the Canon Quartet. The entire recording by Leonard Bernstein is worth listening to. But this famous quartet, where the 4 principals of the opera are all singing in overlapping ways about this fraught situation of mistaken identity and love. Mir ist so wunderbar. I feel so wonderful. What better message for right now? And this wondrous performance really is worth listening to. And finally, the sonatas for cello and piano, as played by my friends Yo-Yo Ma and Emmanuel Axe, 2 great artists who've been playing together for 40 plus years with a perfect symbiotic relationship and deep understanding of Beethoven's message. And I would turn you especially to the A Major Sonata, number 3, some of the most hopeful music you will ever hear. And as both of them, both Yo-Yo and Manny pointed out in a recent interview on WQXR, this was written at a time of despair when Beethoven was so disturbed by the invasion by Napoleon Bonaparte in the Wagram invasion close to Vienna. And he was losing his hearing on top of that. And yet he managed to summon from his depths some of the most hopeful and optimistic music that he ever wrote. That too is a lesson for our times. There's many, many, many more options to choose from, just a few of my favorites, and we can all use Beethoven to celebrate where we are now and where we are going together. Music is going to heal us. I cannot wait for 2021 and to be able to be together and to share all this music with you. Happy holidays and happy birthday, Ludwig.